Hey, hey YouTube. I thought I'd come to you today to say I'm still here. Anyway, yeah, I got the whole car thing figured out. I had it fixed. The garage fixed it for me and cost me, how much did it cost? Close to $1,200. But I had it fixed. I had to stay in the hotel for 7 days and the good thing that came out of it is that he got a chance to align the car. He'd been telling me that I needed to go in and have it aligned, and because of the whole hitting impact, it had to be aligned, and I don't believe he charged me for that. He just came with the service of replacing my rods. So I stayed in the hotel for 7 days, and that was it's kind of odd because I want maybe day 3, 4 into it, I appreciated being in the hotel, and I was like, yeah, I could go back to living in a house again. But then about day 5 or 6, I was going, wow, yeah, no, this is not for me. I'd much rather my van. And I started thinking about my van, and I have to admit that this whole incident has made me more appreciative of having my van, it's like, it feels like this is my home, I mean, I've always known that this is my home, but I really felt like this is my safe place to come to, and this is the place I want to be. So, yeah, I am okay. Everything worked out, and I'm glad to have that behind me. I thought it was funny because when things like this happen, it made me more aware of what's important in life, or what is important in my life, in the life I'm living right now. And that came down to working when they were coming to tow my van away. I thought I'd get a couple of things out of the van because I didn't know when I'd see the van again. And it's so funny because what I got out of the van was my vitamins, and I got out 2 towels because I don't know, even when I go to hotels, I like my own towels. I got out 2 towels, 2 big towels, and my work shirts. It was kind of funny. I mean, I got work shirts enough to wear every day for, I think, like 7 days or something like that, because like I said, I did not know when I would be back again. So I got enough to last for, sorry, I'm cooking. Guess I'm not. Okay, well anyway, so I got enough to last for, I got all my work shirts out, so even if it ran out, I kept washing them in the hotel. So yeah, so I think that says a lot to me. That says, one, that I realized that in order to continue living, I have to not even maintain a quality of life or anything, but just to continue existing. My existence depends on my oh, there we go. So my existence depends on my having a job. If I don't have a job, I don't have money to put into the car. I don't have, to me, freedom. In a lot of ways, I don't have any freedom. It's like when I come into my van and I put the visor up and I make sure no light's coming through. That's like my total freedom. I feel so free. Free to pick my nose if I want. But yeah, so and that also taught me I already knew this about myself. When I started getting really stressed, I kind of shut down emotionally, because emotions take a lot of energy. I mean, when you're emotional, it uses up a lot of energy. So that's one of the first things that happened, is that I shut down. I stopped talking to people a lot. I was polite, but my personality was definitely on dim. And let's see, so I had to stop going to the gym because I didn't have a car to get me there. But in a way, that was a good thing because the tireder I am, the more emotional I get, and then, you know, out of control emotion. So anyway, so I noticed that when I'm really tired and going through a lot, become closed. You know, I didn't want to hang around anybody. Um, didn't want to talk to too many people. I told, you know, there were one or two persons that knew what happened, and once I told them, that was it. That was it. Wanted to let it go, and so yeah, that's another thing I realized about myself is that you know, it's like I hunker down, and then when it's over, I can come out and breathe. You know, but until then, know what I need to do to get things to keep going forward, and I just focus on that, and so it doesn't mean that this is the end of, you know, hard times at all, or difficult times. It just means that I've made it through this now. And I thought about it too. I've been through three things, and they say bad things come in threes. Well, I'm not superstitious, but it started out with a check engine light, and I had that recurring problem for a while. And then it went to my key, you know, trying to get into my car, and that became like a problem also. And then the third thing was hitting that bank, and so three things happened. Doesn't mean that that's the end of bad things, but it just means that I've endured through three pretty strong things, especially so when my home, the place where I sleep, I no longer have, and that I think that was really really depressing. And I did go through like a huge, like, I mean, I always like operate on a low level of depression, but with that happening, I was on a deep spiral of depression. But you know, I watch a lot of reality TV in the hotel, and oh, I got some stuff done, and so let's just say hopefully I can revive before more stuff happens.